Hi, I'm Victor, and I'm giving this presentation for two reasons. The main reason that I'm giving this presentation is to let the people at the law office of Tamela T Wallace know that I appreciate their professionalism, the manner in which they do their jobs, that they go about working for the client. Based on my experience with them, everybody that works at that organization is truly professional, and that's impressive. I like that. The other reason that I'm giving this presentation is to offer any suggestions that I can to anyone that may be looking for a lawyer, for professional legal representation. To offer any suggestions that you may be open to while you're looking for legal representation. And the reason I think that I can give that advice is because I've spoken to at least 10 lawyers in looking for a good lawyer that I felt comfortable with. There's lawyers down here, and then there's professional attorneys up here. Tamela T Wallace is a professional attorney. There's no doubt in my mind about that, no doubt in my military mind. I had some very specific concerns while I was looking for lawyers. And first of all, let me back up and tell you a short story because the story is very relevant. My case involved family law. That is, it was involving a divorce. Okay, my wife had filed for a divorce a couple years before I started looking for a lawyer. What happened was I suffered a very bad brain injury. I was in a coma for 6 weeks, and I suffered a very bad brain injury, and I was declared handicapped, and therefore I could no longer work as a software developer. A couple years went by, and several months went by, and then my wife suddenly left. It was still illegal for me to drive my own car. Okay, then my wife left, my wife left, and I had no way of getting around. I still could not work. I was incapable of working, and once I got to a decent point where I felt I was comfortable with looking for a lawyer, I started my search, and I spoke with at least a dozen lawyers or so, and most of them with the same end result. We would meet at least once, sometimes 2 or 3 times, and they would take no action on my behalf. It was like they were up in the air, still feeling me out, playing with their options, and maybe they were happy just getting a couple $100 an hour for what they call consultation fees. I don't know, but I decided in the one lawyer's case that wanted to meet with me multiple times, I had to cut that off. And people, if you're looking for a good professional attorney, don't fall for that. Some lawyers are willing to just suck money out of people in that way, and that's how they make their income. I believe. Don't settle for that. Don't fall for that. There's more to being a good professional attorney than just passing your final exam. Okay, the final exam, when we all go through school, you have to pass a test. The final exam that lawyers have to pass is commonly referred to as the bar exam. So once they pass their bar, then my understanding is they're legal to work as an attorney. It takes more than just passing a test to be a good professional attorney. And Tamela T Wallace is much more than just a lawyer. She's not a lawyer. Tamela T Wallace is a professional attorney. And she knows the law. She took the initiative. She took the lead. She used her leadership ability because obviously That's the field that they work in, so they should be able to take somebody who doesn't work in the field, like me, and say, okay, come on, this is what we're going to do. Now that I have the facts, I know what needs to be done, this is what I'm going to do. And that is exactly what Tamela T Wallace did. Once she got the facts pertaining to my case, she decided what needed to be done and made sure it got done. And everybody on her team worked towards the same end. And I greatly appreciate that fact. So people, if you're looking for a good professional attorney, if you do not at least call the law office of Tamela T Wallace, you are cutting yourself short, potentially. If she is not the best lawyer, she's definitely one of the best lawyers in the city of Charlotte in the field of family law and personal injury. There's no doubt in my mind, because it takes more than just being book smart. I mean, and when I say book smart, I'm talking about knowing the rules and regulations, which is commonly referred to as the law. Okay, the rules and regs may say, the rules and regulations or the law may say this, may say that, and some lawyers can sit behind their desk and talk about it and speech about it and just babble on and on and on and on. But are they willing to go into a courtroom and take action on it? If they're not, then they're not a professional attorney like Tamela T Wallace is. And folks, if you're looking for a lawyer, don't just settle for a lawyer. Seek out a true professional such as Tamela T Wallace. Or, and I'll go ahead and add another person to the list, or, and I think her name is Jennifer Dixon, attorney Jennifer Dixon. She is the one that recommended Tamela T Wallace to me. She recommended Tamela T Wallace and Billy Ellerby, I think was this person's name. But after talking to a dozen or so lawyers, and when I spoke with Tamela T Wallace, I was very comfortable that she was in fact a professional attorney. She was professional in what she did. She had organizational skills. She took initiative to make sure things started happening in my particular case, and I greatly appreciate that, and that's why I'm speaking so highly of her. Thank you very much for listening.